Okay, hi everyone. My name is Jasmine. So I'm on Oahu right now, but my family is on the Big Island. So here's we have my dad. He's in the blue shirt on a wave. He got his sunglasses on. Oh, he's in Shaka. Okay, and then there's my mom. She's in the back. And then my younger brother. Well, I have two younger brothers. The one in the front is Oliver. He's studying civil engineering at Manoa. And then Skylar, the youngest, the baby. And he's still attending high school, currently in the process of applying to college. And I have one more sister, but she's not here. You can hear me in the kitchen though. Okay, so first, you guys want to talk about how you guys came to Hawaii, or do you want me to explain it? You guys are probably better at explaining it though, right, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, Dad first because it's the original.
Oh, I came to Hawaii when I was 14 years old from Philippines, and when I arrived in Hilo, I attended ninth grade. I just a newcomer, ninth grade, and then I graduated in Whitehair High School in 1984. And after that, I didn't do anything except working in the farm. And then a couple years later, I decided to do something new. I went to mainland in Oklahoma to go to tech school training, being a pipe welder. That was in my 20, and I was 22 years old back then.
Oh, that's younger than me.
So I worked all the way up to California, and just about every state I traveled from east to west. Then my last job in 2006 in Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
Air Force Base in Alaska. And then I decided to, well, actually, I gotta step back. I was single. And then, actually, well, I was single until I traveled all the way to on my 28 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got married, and when I was 29, when I went back to Philippines.
Yeah, that's me. Married.
So we got married, and I brought mom back here in 1996.
So, Mom, since you like left the Philippines in your mid-20s, right? Did you find that like especially hard having to like shift a whole different culture? Because I'm only 23 and I can't imagine like going to a different country and then learning their culture and their language. Like, was that hard for you or?
It's okay when I came over here, but then some dialect I cannot understand before, like the pauhana, like the Hawaiian term.
Oh, like pidgin.
Yeah,
Local
yeah.
slang.
Pidgin slang.
Yeah, so I kind of like hard understanding all those stuff when I came in, but eventually I adjusted. Yeah.
Mm. Were you sad about, because in the Philippines you were an accountant, right? Like you worked with the mayor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you a little bit sad when you came here and then your like degree couldn't translate over?
Oh yeah. And then my first job over here is like housekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I clean the room and stuff like that, the first time I clean, like I cried inside the room.
Oh.
Because the transition, work transition. But I'm here now. I have to accept that I gonna adjust it and accept whatever life brings me. And I must have to go on and accept it and make the best out of it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever considered going back to school to get your accounting degree, or so? I don't think.
No, yeah. All I'm concerned about is for your future, first. My kids' future first. So, and then me probably after you guys finish
But for me, adjusting myself in Hawaii when I just came here is kind of hard because there's only few Filipino in the class. I
Oh,
believe it
really?
one or two, and they keep teasing us because we're small and we're dressed differently from local people. We dress up like Filipino, and they're teasing us. And then for a couple months, I get adjusted. So as I grow up, going to 10th grade, I learned that.
Mm-hmm.
So, at 10th grade, I already kind of blend into the system already.
Did you learn English too then when you were in the Philippines, or you only
Yeah.
adopted it when you moved here?
No, I learned some English in the Philippines. I understand the language
Yeah,
here.
most of the classes over there, they teach us English as well. Only the Tagalog subject, the Filipino subject, that they teach us the Tagalog. But then, like every day, talking with friends and stuff like that, we use the Ilocano. So. But during classes, the subjects that they're teaching us, they use the English language.
Okay. It looks like Oliver and Skylar are bored. So I'm gonna ask them a question.
Yes.
I don't know how much you guys know about Filipino culture, that's why. See, look at Skylar. He's like nodding his head no. Okay, so since we're talking about languages, I'm gonna bring it back to Oliver and Skylar. Do you guys wish that you learned how to speak Ilocano? Or do you wish that you understand it? Do you find it important?
Would be nice.
Yeah. We cannot talk sorry about you guys.
I don't think any of my friends use speak Ilocano mainly when we hang out because
that's good.
yeah, except for maybe two or three because they came from the Philippines and
Wait, but do you think it's important to learn about it or no? Do you think it's just something you kind of brush
what did
aside?
mom and dad want from me? Yeah, I think
Yeah, it's been kind of important.
yeah.
It's learning it would not be my top priority.
Doesn't
I feel like
Hey! Ooh,
as
shame. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. When I was your age, I felt like the same thing too. Like I didn't really think too much about learning it, but I think when you get older, it's like you don't want the language to be lost in your generation.
Yeah, that's important.
Like, do you want like I don't know if you guys are like it's kind of like too forward thinking or in the future, but wouldn't you want your kids to know the language? That's why I don't know. Mom and dad didn't teach us the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom.
No, we try to teach you guys, but then
The school system, yeah, it's hard because they only speak English here. Yeah, I feel like maybe that's why I know a lot more Ilocano than Skylar because you guys taught it really early on and then. But once we go to school, it's like hard to reinforce it because they only speak in English.
Well, Skylar don't have any Ilocano friend.
Yeah, I think that's because me and Oliver and Gretchen all speak English. So then he's exposed to like more like family members who speak English. We all need to travel together again.
Yeah,
yes.
we need to.
After coronavirus though.
Yeah, I hope this thing gonna get over.
Hey, someone's got
We can rent the
coronavirus.
bus. We can rent the bus and just travel state to state.
The bus, not the trailer. Let's get the trailer. Make it like old times.
No, the bus.
Party
So we
bus.
need satellite TV inside when we drive.
Okay, and then question for Skylar, and Oliver can answer this too, but do you feel out of touch with your Filipino culture?
out of touch.
Yeah. Like, do you understand what it means to be Filipino?
Not fully.
Oh my gosh, Skylar. Man, I'm trying to think of questions to ask you now.
I know Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so like that's the thing. Whenever like Filipinos make it big in media, like people like Filipinos from all over the world cheer them on, and I think that's pretty cool. Did you know that the biggest export in the Philippines is people because they're overseas workers.
Yeah, they're all over the world.
Okay, so then I guess Oliver or Skylar, if you could go back in time, what is one thing you wish you would have learned about Filipino culture? Is there anything that you would like to learn since you guys are still young, I guess?
Just the language.
Respect others.
What we do?
Well, they respect right now. They respect others, even the God, right? I always teach you that. Say auntie, uncle, every time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you guys call me Manang? Why don't I call you guys Ading?
That's weird.
What? That's not weird.
Cal's little brother calls him Kuya.
That's
Yeah,
Tagalog.
that's Tagalog.
Tagalog of Mano.
Like, I think that we should bring that back. Ooh, okay, so then Oliver and Skylar, I don't know if you guys remember what it's like being in the Philippines, because we went to the Philippines when we were younger. But what is something over there that you noticed that you really like that you wished was here in Hawaii?
Yay!
I like the hut.
You like the hut? What do you like about it?
Story in the hut.
Yeah, it was like a communal gathering and you just chill over
Mhm.
there.
I wish we had that here too.
You don't have that in the. I mean, like Hawaii is like a very like friendly place, but like you don't see people like gathering in your neighborhood to like
Mhm.
talk and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like connectivity.
Oh, Philippines is every day. You
Yeah.
gotta hang around in one spot every day.
Mm-hmm. It's a very like close knit, where like your neighbors are like your family, kind of. Hey, what about you, Skylar? What do you think?
Yeah, what about this guy? When he was running to go get the rambutan.
I like the simplicity of it all. Like how we don't need like phones and all that devices to have fun and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
like you just walk around the neighborhood and just talk to everyone, and like you'll just have a good day after that.
But no,
Since when
because
did your voice get so deep? You and Oliver sound too alike now.
he's lifting weight.
Yeah, I feel like because you're surrounded with like so many people who it's like they give you such a good time that you don't feel the need to look at your phone or to entertain yourself in another way.
Yeah.
It's always a good time in the Philippines.
Put everybody and just hang out and or have a group party and group chat.
I miss the
Play
parties.
games. That's the fun of it in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then for mom and dad, do you think you are relatively successful? Like, did you accomplish what you wanted to? Like, if you think about the American dream, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, coming to America, do you think it was what you expected it to be? And do you think you've accomplished what you wanted to?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to explain more about that? Or?
Yeah, because working hard pretty much, we kind of accomplish. I mean, we're close to get accomplished because we work hard every day.
Do you think if you worked that same amount in the Philippines, you wouldn't get the things that you have right now?
We'd never get close.
Look over there, like slave
Yeah.
labor, yeah.
That's the difference. You can be working all day, sunrise to sunset over there, just enough to get you a food for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you get big family, it's pretty hard. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So then, I guess knowing Oliver and Skylar, knowing that how much mom and dad has sacrificed for you guys, do you guys feel a need to carry on that dream? And do you think that's what, like, how do you think that translates into your life now?
I think it's the duty of every child to like make sure that whatever their parents did to support them, like it wasn't all for like nothing,
Mm-hmm.
because they invest like 18 years of their life to you. So someday you're gonna have to get that back when you grow up.
Oh, that's a really good answer. Skylar, can you top that?
What was the question?
Oh my gosh. Are you even paying
Tyler.
attention?
I'm talking to you.
Like last remarks, like knowing how much mom and dad has sacrificed for you to get to where they are right now. How do you what do you think about that?
You got interrupted again.
Okay, let's just
Go
skip you then. Oliver's answer was too good. Okay, what's some good things that you like about Filipino culture? That's an easy question for you.
Good things I like about the culture,
Yeah,
the culinary side of it.
culinary. What's your favorite
Eating
food?
food.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Huh?
What's your
Empanada.
favorite food?
Everything.
What's my favorite food from there?
Yeah.
What do you do? Ganito.
I'm trying to think.
Mickey.
Lechon manok.
Lechon.
The
No.
hospitality over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hospitality.
Oh my gosh. Remember when we had Skylar's birthday over there?
Yeah.
I was treated like a king.
Yeah,
And we
they
threw rice at
kind
him.
of like a king.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
And we had a poster of him. So, any closing remarks? Mom and Dad, do you guys have any messages you want to say to the younger generation, the younger Filipinos, or to your kids, and to Oliver and Skylar? Is there anything that you would like to say about Filipino culture in general?
Just make sure you study good and get a degree, get a good job, because working hard is not enough anymore. You gotta be kind of smart. When you guys in the mainland, when we move over there, one thing that I cannot forget is, when it take 2 weeks to get paycheck, yeah? So we run out our coins in the coins box just to get just to get enough food and milk for you guys until I get my first paycheck. That was I never forget that.
It's hard to
It's hard to start all over,
Yeah.
but it's good. We start on our own. So
The hard way.
yeah, the thing is, work hard, it pays off.
Like, even if you are here living here in America or
Mhm.
something like that, just don't forget your Filipino culture. Like respect respect the adult one and stuff like that.
Mm.
Just don't forget where you came from. Even if you have the degree and stuff like that, stay humble and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Be
I like
humble.
that. Mhm.
Respect others. Even if you have degree, doesn't mean that you have to what do you call that one?
You're someone different from others.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just respect everybody like the same.
Mm. Yes, I like that. And Oliver and Skylar, any closing remarks?
Being Filipino in Hawaii when we were growing up is easier than if we were Filipino and growing up on the mainland.
I would say so.
We're constantly exposed to like the Filipino culture in Hawaii because like there's a lot of Filipinos here now,
Mhm.
and like when we were going to school, it was like since the teachers were like seeing so many Filipino students, they like kind of understood their culture too, and like
Mhm.
they treated us like that.
Skylar,
Uh,
is that still the same thing now, Skylar? Like you have a lot of Filipino classmates or not really? Do you
Lots.
see like the Filipino culture is getting more well known? Like people aren't looking down on Filipinos anymore. Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're
Today's
starting to like make a name for ourselves.
today's generation is finished already.
normalized Filipino culture.
Yeah, today's generation compared to when I was in 9th or 10th grade is
Mhm.
different. You
I
look,
feel like people are a lot more accepting now.
yeah.
Skylar, do you see great things for you and your classmates?
Basketball.
You and your
Which
Filipino
class?
classmates? I don't know.
Depends. Because
Yeah?
there's two types.
2 times.
Here we go.
There's
Okay. So then that finishes our how do you pronounce it? Kwentuhan? Kwent Kwentuhan.
Kwentuhan ka rin.
Kwentuhan. Okay. So that finishes our Kwentuhan. What does that mean? That means like talk story, yeah, or chit chat, conversation.
Tagalog mo.
Oh, what's the Ilocano one?
Nagtutungtong.
Korea.
Nag-istorya. Nagtutungtong.
Okay. So we finished that with my family. I've learned a lot of things from my parents. I didn't like know a lot of like their struggles growing up. And I think maybe this is the first time Oliver and Skylar learned it too. I also didn't realize how insightful Oliver was. And how quiet Skylar can be.
That's it. Good night.
Okay.
We wish you
How
When
do
you
you
guys
say?
gonna come back?
That's a good Thanksgiving? I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Is it safe to travel? Wait, we gotta say goodbye first, and then we can stop recording, and then we can talk whatever. Okay, everyone wave. Goodbye. How you say naimbag nga aldaw?
Rabii.
Rabii?
Yeah.
Yes.
Naimbag nga rabii.
Buenos,
Tayo amin.
buenos
Tayo
noches.
All my Skylar's faces.
Bueno. Hamburgues? No, no, nada.